Hi everyone. So welcome to week 9. This is May 18th through the 24th. So some things that we have going on this week. One thing is that I'm starting something new. You probably got an invitation for it last week. But I am starting like a weekly help for math. So if you need extra help, and maybe you're just not understanding the topics that we're talking about, or maybe you are, you just want extra practice on it. On Thursdays, and that's where this is at right here, under your particular class, Google Classroom. Um, it's from 10:30 to 11 on Thursdays. It's not required, but again, definitely recommended. For you, I know some of you are struggling. Not all of you. Some of you really understand the stuff, but if you are that type of student who just knows that they're kind of struggling deep down, or you're like, yeah, I need some extra practice, this would be really helpful to attend. Your Google Hangout meet is right here for you as well, when you attend that, okay? Now, also, one thing I want to talk about is really quick is your homework. So when you're submitting your homework, like your book work, if you're choosing option 1, make sure some of you are like taking your computers and like you're kind of holding it up like this to get your work that's down. Don't do that. I've been finding that I can't really see it when I go to blow it up. What I would highly recommend you guys doing is kind of like holding up your bookwork like this. If you need to, doing photo booth and it counts down for you, you can have opportunity to kind of look at the screen, make sure you have it where you want it. You can take a couple different close-ups if you need to, but make sure you have a good quality picture for me, because that's been really difficult on my part, is seeing your work. And some of you, I've returned it to you because you haven't taken a clear photo and I said, I can't see this, you need to retake it. Another reason why you might have had your book work returned is that you have not been showing your work. If you are a student who is constantly getting your work returned to you, it's because you're not showing your work. From the first day of school started back in the fall, like I have told you, it's not about necessarily the answers, it's about you showing your complete understanding and working your showing your work by working your way through that problem to arrive at those correct answers. So that's part of the reason why for option 1 I've been providing you the answers, just so you know, like if I'm not arriving at this answer, I know I did something wrong and I need to check my work as to why. So some of you are just providing, I think last week, a handful, if not a little bit more than that, just showed me answers. I've already provided that, so you're not showing me anything that I haven't already given you. That doesn't work. Okay, show your work, otherwise I'm going to hand it back to you. Okay, so make sure you're doing that. I am not checking late work anymore, unless you send me an email, okay? So if you send me an email and say, hey, Miss Byerly, I got all of my stuff done. Can you please check week 5, my book work, okay, on page blah, 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 blah. Like, or, hey, I just got done completing week 7 of Khan Academy. Okay, I don't want to have to guess where to look for you anymore. As the weeks go on, it's been getting harder for me to go back and check all of your work. Okay, last week I sent out a ton of emails. You probably got one. If you had any missing work. So it's really, really important that you guys are emailing me from here on out if you have any late work. I am not going to change PowerSchool unless you email me. Another question that I keep getting is, oh my gosh, it says it's missing in Google Classroom, but I turned it in. Do not look at Google Classroom for your grade. Where it counts is in PowerSchool. I'm keeping track in a different area at home, so do not look at Google Classroom. That doesn't mean anything to me. I know where you've turned your work in, whether I'm looking at Khan Academy or Part 1. So if it ever says missing or whatever, PowerSchool is where to look, okay? So let's talk about like what you guys are doing this week. As you always know, we have a standing Google Hangout meet on Monday. And it obviously depends on your hour of what time it is. Okay, so you'll have to look in your particular hour. Then the math help is in here. Obviously, I have the link in there for you. Reminder too on our Google Hangouts for Mondays. I keep getting a thing that some people cannot get in there. Make sure when you go to our Google Hangout, what I'd highly encourage you to do, and I'm just going to do this really quick with you guys in here. I would go to the stream, get in here before you hit join. So it's going to this is going to pop up. You know that you can see that people are in right here in that Google Classroom, or a Google Hangout. If I'm not in there, you're not going to be able to hit join now. It's going to give you this error message. So if nobody's in there, do not join it. It's going to give you that error. I have to be in that classroom in order for you to join. So that might be some of your problems that are running into if that's coming up, okay? Make sure I'm in there before you hit that. All right. This week I have it pretty easy for you. I'm not doing a Flipgrid with you just to have fun. I'm not doing that this week. Just a couple different parts. We're only doing one lesson, but the lesson itself is kind of challenging. I highly recommend you watching my chapter 11 video. It is about 24-25 minutes long. However, there's a lot of different things that you're going to be learning in here. And I highly recommend that you watch it. Otherwise, you might be lost on how to find this stuff. But I will be going through your book with you, giving you guys a couple of practice problems. Hopefully you guys are pausing that video when you see it. I've also given you guys a couple different other resources that you could possibly go to if you're struggling. This one's talking about how to find outliers. This one's just understanding quartiles and what those mean. All right. For your option 1 or option 2, just like I normally have been doing lately, is your book work. Now, on your book work for this particular week, I am looking for every single problem, regardless of what it asks you to find, as long as you are finding for those 5 problems, okay? For those 5 problems, I want you to literally find the median quartile, the quartile 1, the quartile 3, the range of the data, the interquartile range of the data, and if there's any outliers of those data. Okay, so all 5 you need to go through and show me that work. Okay, got to show me those work. And then Khan Academy, there's 10 different assignments if you would rather choose this one. Again, you're going to be finding the same exact thing. You're going to be watching videos, those type of things. Totally up to you, but that is what I expect for you this week. Don't forget, continue to track your COVID-19 data if you are doing this assignment. We are going to be doing something with this the last week of school. And so if you are not tracking COVID-19, you will be doing only the other option. There you go. And again, if you ever need help in the community, here is a resource for you. Okay. Have a great week, you guys.